Our story begins in the year 1650 on the crowded streets of London, England. For as long as he could remember, 12-year-old Tom Canty had dreamed of being a prince. Whenever he wasn't begging for his cruel father, Tom played at being prince with his friends. And as a make-believe prince, Tom was wise and just.
Finders keepers!
It's mine. I've just left it for a second.
The royal prince decrees. You shall return the apple, and you shall offer up one half of the apple as reward for its just and generous return.
Playing at being prince again, Tom Canty? You're a pauper. You should spend the day begging, not playing. Now get to work.
Ooh. Yes, father.
I expect 5p by nightfall.
Your Royal Highness. Your studies, my lord.
Don't bother me with my studies, Hertford. I want to be out playing like the other children, having fun. I command you to bring me some fun.
Those children are useless paupers. You, Edward, are the prince, heir to the throne of England. And with your father so ill, you may soon be king. To work, my lord.
3p, that's all. I told you 5. If you hadn't spent all morning playing prince.
Stop it! Stop it!
Why are you so angry? Playing prince is just a game.
You don't know your place. You think you're better than this. But better than this can never be for the likes of us. And the sooner you get used to it, the better.
Are you all right? Did you have anything to eat? Here,
But you've been saving it for yourself.
please.
One day, something special's going to happen to us. I know it. And then we'll have feather beds and enough to eat and no one to hurt us.
Go to sleep! You've got plenty to do tomorrow. Sasha, there's pots to clean, floors to sweep and meals to make. Tom, you go to the palace. The prince is to make an appearance. Begging should be good. Now be quiet, both of you!
The prince.
Your Majesty, now about the matter of appointing me Lord High Protector. Upon your death, I will rule England until Edward is old enough to rule by himself.
Hertford, I will give this matter my most serious consideration. But Edward must approve of your appointment. So leave us now while we discuss it.
Your Majesty, remember that your well-being and England's have always been closest to my heart.
Father, I don't like him. He pretends to be nice, but he's not. I don't need anyone to be Lord High Protector.
Edward, my son, there's much to learn about being a good king and caring for your subjects. Only a wise mentor can teach you these things.
I know all I need to know about being a king.
Edward, my health is failing. You may soon be king. This ring is the royal seal. No decree can become law without its stamp. Be careful with it, my son, for this ring gives you the power of England.
Edward knew that his carefree days as prince would soon be over, and he would be king of England, responsible not only for his own happiness, but for the happiness of all. But deep in the bowels of the palace, the ruthless Lord Hertford was brewing an evil plot to steal England from the young prince.
A pleasant surprise, my lord. What brings you down here?
I just spoke to the king about being appointed Lord High Protector upon his death.
Then England will be yours.
Not yet. that spoiled Edward hates me. As long as he does, the king will never consent to my being Lord High Protector.
So why do you need me?
You're a man of very special talents.
And if my talents prove helpful?
How does Lord Panzer sound?
Lord Panzer, at your service.
I was born a modest noble, without blue blood in my veins, and always dreamed of sitting on the throne where our king reigns. It's not that I'm ungrateful with a title such as Lord. It's just that when you're king, there's so much more you can afford. I want to be king. Can you blame me? I want to be king. What's the crime? I want to ride in royal carriages and live the life sublime. With 100 loyal servants to please my every whim. I want to be king. I want to be king. I want to be. As a king, I'd have more money than I could ever spend, with armies to defend me and castles end to end. I'd have such total power to do just as I please, and put in prison anyone if he so much as sneezed. I want to be king, it's only natural. I want to be king, it's most unfair that a measly, slimy, childish prince should be the royal heir. I shall not let him stop me and ruin everything. I want to be king, I want to be king, I want to be king. I want to be king, I want to be king, I want to be king. He wants to be the king.
Where's the prince? I've been waiting for hours.
The prince will appear when he wishes. Now move along.
Hey! Let go! Hey! Stop! Bring the boy to me!
But your highness,
Now, or my father will have you cleaning stables. Your Royal Highness. Rise, lad. What's your name? Tom, Your Highness. Mine's Edward. You may shake the royal hand. Yes, Your Highness. I mean, Edward. You live here? Like this, all the time? My father's chambers are much larger, because he's the king. Where do you live? In Offal Court. You wouldn't know it. Do you ever play in the pond by the palace? Yeah, all the time. You are very fortunate. I wish I could. Why can't you? You're the prince. You can do anything you want. Almost anything. Is there always food in your rooms? Always. Care for a peach? What's that? Do you go to school every day? Oh, I never go to school. I'm not that lucky. I've always wondered what it would be like to be a prince. To have all the food and clothes and toys I want. I've always wanted to be like other children. To be free to do whatever I want. You look like me. And you me. Let's switch places. Switch places? Can you do that? I'm the prince. I can do anything I want. All right. I'll be back when night falls. Wait! What do I do? How does a prince behave? It's simple. You raise your voice and demand things. If that doesn't work, you raise your voice and stamp your foot. If that doesn't work, you raise your voice, stamp your foot, and threaten to tell your father. That always works. Wait! Don't you want to know how to be a pauper? I'm sure there's nothing a prince can learn about being a pauper.
In the wink of an eye, the dream of a lifetime had come true for Tom Canty. For he was now a prince and ready to enjoy his new life to the fullest. As for Prince Edward, he was suddenly free of the chains of royalty and wasted no time getting down to some real fun amongst the people of London.
Good job!
I want food. The best you have. And lots of it. Now! And clothes! I want the best clothes. And I want them now! Gold coins! I want lots of them. And if I don't get enough, I will speak to my father, the king! This is the life! But they sure feed you a lot when you're a prince.
Your Highness, the king is deathly ill. You must come to his bedside at once.
The time has come, my son. I may not live to see the sun rise tomorrow.
There's something your majesty should know.
You must prepare yourself, Edward.
But your majesty, I'm not...
Edward, do you understand what I'm saying? In all likelihood, tomorrow you shall be king.
I see our collections are going well.
You can always squeeze money from the poor.
Yes, but money is nothing without power. Edward continues to reject me as Lord High Protector. I have been forced to take matters into my own hands. This document appoints me Lord High Protector.
The king will never sign it.
You underestimate me, dear Panzer. Nothing will stop me from ruling England.
Is His Royal Highness preparing to assume the throne as your father instructed?
I'm not. No. I mean, I don't know how to prepare, or rule, or... Look, the truth is, I'm not the prince. I'm a pauper. The prince and I traded places.
Your Highness, a pauper. Très amusant. And the real prince is on the streets of London, I suppose?
Yeah, but only for a day. You've got to believe me. What am I gonna do? No one believes me.
Are they gone yet? I don't like them. They make me nervous.
Who are you?
I'm Edgar, the Royal Falcon, at your service. Oh, how perfectly humiliating. Here I am supposed to be a royal hunting bird, and I can't even keep my balance.
Losing some weight might help.
I've tried, but I overeat when I'm nervous, and I'm always nervous.
Why?
I'm terrified of heights.
But you're a bird.
Shh, please. I know I'm a bird. Oh, the shame of it.
I see your problem.
It appears you have a problem, too.
Yeah, I'm not the prince.
I know.
How?
You don't smell like the prince.
Excuse me.
Please, don't be offended. Royalty has a certain pampered scent. It's unmistakable.
This trading places was a mistake. Maybe if I explain to Lord Hertford...
If I may suggest, it might be best to keep your identity a secret. If Lord Hertford finds out, you could be in danger.
Why?
Yes, well, Lord Hertford is a very important lord, but he's also an ambitious, evil man. He'll do anything to control England.
Edward, where are you?
Knowing that a palace plot threatened his safety, Tom no longer enjoyed playing the prince and wished for Edward's quick return. But as the sun set on the streets of London, the happy prince was having too much fun to remember his pledge to return to the palace before dark.
What is this? It's disgusting.
Gruel.
Gruel?
Boiled oats. You never had it?
Oh, yeah. Gruel, sure. Oh, it's late. I have to get back to the palace.
The what?
Nothing. I just said I had to get back home.
Great day, wasn't it?
Yeah. The best day ever.
What's your rush, laddie? You wouldn't be carrying any coins now, would you?
I'll have you imprisoned for this.
Let's get him, lads.
Leave my son alone!
John Canty, we thought him just some beggar.
Your son? I've never seen you before.
What? Why, you little...
How dare you raise your hand to the Prince of England?
I'll teach you!
My apologies for the intrusion, Your Majesty, but this document demands your immediate signature.
What is it? My eyes are weak. I can barely see.
It allows funds from the royal treasury to be used to build a new orphanage.
Must this be signed right now?
It would be the last generous act of a great king.
Of course.
The orphans of England thank you, Your Majesty. Physician! He signed it. This document makes me Lord High Protector upon the king's death.
My congratulations, my lord.
The king is dead. The king is dead. The king is dead.
Then it is done. England is mine.
With the king's death, Hertford had masterfully gained control of England. Only one person could now spoil his plan, the young Prince Edward. Unaware of his father's death, the real heir to the throne had been brought to the Canty household and was learning some hard truths about life among the poor.
Did he hurt you?
Who are you? How dare you approach me without my consent?
Tom? You're not Tom. Who are you? Where's my brother?
I've done nothing to your brother. Tom Canty is in the palace, playing the prince. Well, he and I traded places.
Tom's a prince?
Well, yes, but just for today.
If Tom's the prince, then you must be...
Edward, Prince of England.
Your Royal Highness.
Rise. Your name?
Sasha?
Are there many who live like you?
London's full of poor people, Your Highness.
I knew nothing about this. I must go. I promised Tom I'd be back at the palace before nightfall.
Wait! My father will find you and just take you back here. Stay until dark. The streets will be empty then. I'll help you get back.
Thank you, Sasha.
What are you doing?
Just something to pass the time until the prince returns.
news. Your father, the king, is dead. I regret that I have to deal with matters of state at this difficult time. But it was your father's dying wish that I be appointed Lord High Protector.
May I, could I, see the document?
Certainly.
It's in the king's hand, but, well, there's no royal seal. It's not any good without the royal seal.
You're absolutely right. Thank you for pointing this out to me, Edgar. Your Majesty, I shall return with the royal seal immediately.
What happens when Hertford gets the royal seal?
Well, you see, when that happens, the document becomes law. And then, well, the Hertford can do whatever he likes to England and everybody in it.
Let's go!
They come every night and take from the poor. They tell us it's for the king's treasury.
This is Hertford's doing. My father must know of this. Let's hurry.
Well, look who's here. Your father will pay us well for your return.
Unhand those children! Ha!
Who are you?
Miles Hendon.
I'm Prince Edward of England. I need to get back to the palace immediately.
It's true, he is the prince.
At your service, Your Highness.
They're both crazy. Let me take them.
You, sir, are a vile, malicious scoundrel. There is no way I would entrust any child to your care. Be gone! 3 to 1. Looks like my kind of odds. Try again? I need the exercise.
We'll get you.
Come on, children. I'll get you warm and fed. So, Your Highness traded places with the pauper, Tom Canty.
Yes, we thought it would be fun.
Your story is most amazing. Mine is far simpler. I'm a soldier of fortune, at present looking for work. At the right price, of course.
When I return to the palace, you'll be amply rewarded for your bravery.
Most generous, Your Highness. But now you both must finish your food and get a good night's sleep.
Oyez! Oyez! The king is dead! Prince Edward will be crowned tomorrow!
I'm sorry, Your Highness.
He was a wonderful father to me, and a great king to England. I just hope I can be as good a leader as he was.
Forgive me for doubting you, Your Highness.
You are forgiven, Miles Hendon.
Who is this Edward that is to be crowned tomorrow?
It's Tom, my brother.
We have to get into the palace before Tom is crowned king. Miles Hendon, England needs your help. Do we have it?
My life, if you need it, Your Royal Highness.
With the help of Miles Hendon, Edward planned to return to the palace and reclaim the throne before Tom was to be crowned King of England. In the palace, Tom waited anxiously for Edward's return. He knew Hertford had to be stopped and hoped the prince would return before it was too late.
I can't wait any longer. I have to find him. It's locked!
Oh, my. Lord Hertford must want us out of the way while he searches for the royal seal.
Edgar, fly around to the old window and get a key.
Well, I'm suddenly very nervous. I need something to eat.
Edgar!
Anything will do. A puff pastry with chocolate, a piece of fruit.
Got it! Let's go! Hartford's got guards everywhere.
I've heard of a secret passageway under the palace.
Let's find it.
Where is it?
We've searched everywhere. The seal's not in the palace.
It's Edward. It has to be. I'll make him tell me or else. He's escaped!
Guards! Search the palace from top to bottom. I want the prince.
We must speak with the prince. No one is allowed in on order of Lord Hereford. This is a matter of extreme importance.
The prince is really a pauper.
Be off with you.
Help me!
Sasha's capture dashed any hopes of Edward's quick return to the palace. Her life was in danger, and all that mattered was her safe rescue. Meanwhile, deep under the palace, Tom and Edgar's escape took a dangerous turn when their plan was discovered by the evil Panzer.
Captain Panzer!
They make it too easy. Go.
Well, at least you don't have to worry about your fear of heights in here.
We're being followed.
Look! Up ahead!
Your Highness, so good to see you again.
Where's the seal?
I don't know.
Tell me I'm warning you.
I told you, I'm not the prince.
Tom!
Sasha!
What is this?
I was so worried about you. The prince told me you had switched places. He's been trying to get back in the palace.
Quiet, Sasha!
The prince? What prince? Can this be true? The boy's an imposter? Well, well, this is an interesting twist. Well, my young lad, we shall keep our little masquerade a secret. Tomorrow you will be crowned king, and England will be mine. Double the guards along the palace wall. Edward must be stopped. And Panzer, when you find him,
The young prince will be no more.
With Edward gone, there would be nothing to stop Hertford from assuming absolute power and fulfilling his dream of ruling all of England. As for the others, their fate was sealed. For tomorrow, Tom would be crowned king, and Sasha and Edgar would be at the mercy of the treasonous Hertford.
Is there nothing we can do?
We can only hope that the prince makes it back in time. I thought being a prince would be fun. I thought it was just food and clothes and heaps of gold and jewels. But I'd rather have me freedom and me friends than all the riches in the kingdom. We have to get into the palace.
Don't worry. We'll find a way.
Yesterday, I thought I knew everything about being a king. Being a king was just giving orders and having people serve me. I know now that the people need my help, and that a king serves his people.
Your compassion will make you a wise and just king.
I won't fail England.
Then we've no time to waste.
take the boy away,
Where are you taking him?
where he'll never bother anyone again. Take this one to the pit.
It's time to prepare for your coronation.
You better let us go, or you'll have to deal with the real prince and Miles Hendon.
I hate to tell you this, but I've already taken Miles Hendon prisoner. As for the prince, alas, he is dead.
I don't believe you. It can't be true.
My plans for England did not include Edward. You will soon be England's king, but I will have the real power.
I won't do it.
Why so glum, my young friend? Tomorrow you will be crowned King of England. Isn't that every boy's dream?
Tom's dream had become a nightmare. The true prince was gone, and Tom was about to assume the throne under the control of Lord Hertford. Meanwhile, deep in the forest, Edward wasn't being led to his coronation, but instead was being carried like an animal to a fate much worse than death.
Well, what have we here? A handsome lad with ruby red cheeks and bright blue eyes. I know what you're thinking. I'm not your type, but get to know me, and inside I'm soft as pudding.
What are you going to do with me?
Well, my sweet, that depends on you. If you're real and nice to me, I could be convinced to spare you.
You're an ugly, horrible creature.
But my prince, they say beauty is only skin deep. Besides, most men find me very appealing. Right, boys? So, what do you say? One kiss and we'll call this whole thing off.
Never!
Oh, pity. We would have made a lovely couple.
What will the potion do?
Oh, nothing much. I'll drop a cup of it on your head and you'll be transformed into a big, ugly, bristle-drooling, grunting, hideous pig!
No!
You'll burn! You'll rot! You'll do it!
No.
You are going to be such an unhappy person!
I'm enjoying this.
The stripes you have.
What's happening?
I love this.
The clothes for your coronation, Your Majesty.
Find me something else.
Your Majesty must make up his mind.
I'm going to be crowned king. I want to look me best.
Tom used all his street wiles to delay the coronation, hoping Edward might return in time to thwart the evil plot to control England. Meanwhile, Edgar, not believing the prince was dead, had to face his greatest fear if he was going to rescue Edward and save his friends.
I'm afraid I'm just a coward, a feather ball with wings. I should have been a chicken or those creepy crawly things. 'Cause heights fill me with terror and cause me grief and shame. I'm a disappointing falcon, not deserving of the name. But if I could fly, I'd be the master of the universe. If I could soar, I'd be the envy of my peers. I'd sit and dine atop the world's highest mountain, or glide on breezes and not come down for years. But looking down, I'm queasy. My legs begin to shake. My heart starts beating faster and my head begins to ache. I'm such a disappointment to birds of every kind. The only thing I'm good at is eating all the time. But if I could fly, I'd travel to exotic places, or race the mighty eagle just for fun. I'd sit atop the prince's royal shoulder and govern as his trusted number one. If I could fly, I'd be the master of the universe. If I could soar, I'd be the envy of my peers. I'd sit and dine atop the world's highest mountain, or glide on breezes and not come down for years. If I could fly, if I could fly, if I could fly.
I can fly! Now to find Edward!
Hurry, Edgar!
Miles Hendon?
Yes. Who are you?
I'm Edgar, Royal Falcon to the Prince. I can see smoke from a cottage up ahead. Follow me. Edward could be there. Edward's inside.
Another step in the prince's history!
Only one thing consumed the thoughts of Edward and Miles: to get to the palace before England found itself under the control of the evil Hertford. At the palace, Tom Canty was only moments away from being crowned king, and Hertford's treasonous plan to control England would soon be complete.
Long live the king! Long live the king! Hail to good Prince Edward, who rules most everything! Long may he reign! Long may he reign! 3 cheers for our Prince Edward, and bless his royal name!
Lords and ladies of England, the coronation of Prince Edward, rightful heir to...
Hendon has escaped.
It doesn't matter. In a moment, the lad will be crowned king and England will be ours.
With this crown...
Stop!
What?
Sorry.
Get on with it!
With this crown...
Stop!
What now?
It's...
Think of your poor sister Sasha.
With this crown...
Stop, in the name of the prince! I am Edward, Prince of England, rightful heir to the throne.
That pauper is an imposter! Arrest him at once!
Stop! He is the prince. We traded places for a joke. But they made me go through with the coronation, even though they knew I wasn't the prince.
Don't listen to him! The excitement of becoming king has distracted him. Just look at the 2 boys. You can see who is the prince and who is the pauper.
But they look the same, Lord.
Then what proof has this pauper that he is the real prince?
As proof of my legitimacy, I offer this. They are traitors who have betrayed the crown and England.
Grab the prince. He'll be our hostage.
Pick on someone your own size.
Hartford is getting away! Stop him! I got him!
Let me by or the boy dies!
Charge!
Edgar!
You stupid bird!
Hartford has been properly rewarded for his treason. Take him away.
Resume the coronation!
Long live the king! Long live the king! Hail to good Prince Edward, who rules most everything! Long may he reign! Long may he reign! 3 cheers for our Prince Edward, and bless his royal name!
Lords and ladies, my first royal act as King of England is to appoint brave and loyal Tom and Sasha Canty royal best friends. They shall live under my care and protection. My second decree as king is to appoint the courageous Miles Hendon Lord High Protector.
I am honored, Your Majesty.
To all my subjects, I promise a just and honest reign, for I pledge as your king to give everyone the chance of a happy and prosperous life.
Long live the king! Edward is mighty, Lord of the seas. All Europe trembles if he should sneeze. Long live the king! Long live the king! Hail to good Prince Edward, who rules most everything. Hail to good Prince Edward, who rules most everything.
I'm starving. Would anyone have a cream pie or a strawberry tart?
Not now, Edgar.